Today is Friday, October 17th, 2025, and I'm at the cemetery. I was not planning on coming to the cemetery today. I've been wanting to come to a cemetery for a long time. It is where I've always come for many years to find peace and quiet. Today I am here to clean the headstone. Whenever I come to a cemetery, I literally just begin to walk and follow the lead. And lo and behold, without getting into it, there's been a lot of in my life going on, not with me or anything, but keeps coming up in my life on television shows and thinking of my past animals stillborn. And this is the headstone that I came about today, which is for Angela Leigh Morgan. August the 8th, 1974, stillborn. Pray he, Lord, my soul, okay. So I'm a little bit emotional, a lot emotional right now, and I have Andy with me. Andy. Angela Leigh Morgan, thank you for your life. I hope you are with peace. I'm so sorry that you were stillborn. What does stillborn mean? Stillborn? You were born into this life still, meaning you were born from your mother's body without ever taking a breath in this life. You precious soul. Andy's going to mate with me now. That's inappropriate, Andy. Angela, little precious soul. My name is Natalie, and I'm here today to clean your headstone. Just a really quick cleaning. I really needed to get, out. And I kind of found myself somewhat laughing, but with tears as I left the farm, asking myself, who goes to a cemetery for peace? Well, I'm sure I'm not the only one, Angela. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Cemeteries should be peaceful, yes? And what makes a cemetery peaceful? It is the quietness, and yet the sounds of nature, the sights of nature, the trees. When I first began cleaning headstones, and I video all my headstone cleanings and I would post them, it was my family who was like, Natalie talks to dead people. And I'm like, well, I don't. No, I don't. I don't talk to dead people. I talk to angels. Death is but a breath. Final inhale and or exhale. Life is eternal. And you, Angela, being stillborn, you were meant to be born. You were meant to have a headstone, and yet you weren't meant to be in this life in such ways. And yet you were important enough to heaven that you needed a name. And Angela, that's something I discovered with a bobcat named Beaver in April of 2024. Heaven is very simple, real, and heaven is very big into names. Wanting people to have a name, wanting life. Doesn't have to be people, it could be animals, clearly. Heaven was very specific with me, with that bobcat, Beaver, wanting me to give this bobcat a name. Why I named a bobcat that has no tail beaver? When you think about the irony there, that a bobcat has no tail and a beaver has a big fat tail. We are meant to question, wonder, not doubt. Be curious about all of life, including heaven. Angela, today I have with me my very special full buff silky rooster, Andy. He has the same first initial as your name, an A. He's oh so special to me. And he is not liked. By others in the place and space I am in life. And I can't help but wonder if it's really me. It's not liked. And yet, because there's no reason to not like me, let's not like the rooster. I don't know. It's been a long time in my life. Well, it's been a long time since I've cleaned a headstone. In Florida, everything in my life was, well, in hindsight, I could say perfect. It wasn't perfect. Life is not meant to be perfect. But in hindsight, it sure was much simpler than my life became upon leaving a state of paradise and moving in with my mother-in-law. Everybody said, this is the worst mistake. I had dreams, Angela. And today, I do find myself blessed and grateful to have found myself getting in the car with my cemetery cleaning supplies to come here to clean a headstone and immediately finding your headstone, stillborn. Stillborn. I was just sharing the story with many people. You know, I was caring for a hen named Cinnamon here. She was completely paralyzed when she came into my care. She was not my hen. And it was a beautiful moment to work alongside a veterinarian, Dr. Tyser, and to witness the true miracle of this hen beginning to walk again. And then she died. Like, what happened here? How did this even happen? Apparently, Cinnamon the hen, her necropsy showed that she had a quote-unquote unusually enlarged thyroid. Cause of death possible, iodine deficiency. What? And yet, with all of that, I was sharing the story of when I had my pet guinea pig, Squeaky, and she was pregnant. And I knew she was having a hard time giving birth, and I brought her to the vet that I was working for at the time. This veterinarian did not want to perform the C-section. This is a small animal. Sedation, it's hit or miss. Too much, they're dead. Not enough, they're dead. I begged and I begged. And this veterinarian did the C-section, and Squeaky, the mom, died, which the veterinarian knew she would die. And the 3 babies were stillborn. They were already dead. Not born with a breath. And yet, still, even my guinea pigs, Angela, were given a proper burial in our yard back there in Virginia. I found it amazing at that point that the veterinarian knew that these babies were going to be born dead, knew that the mother was going to die, and yet what this veterinarian did was hand off the stillborns, to me and my daughters, and said to just try to stimulate them. He's trying to distract us. And give us hope. Hope is a huge, huge, huge. It's not a feeling. Hope is not an emotion. Hope is something you hold on to when you really, really, really wish for, dream for, pray for, you hope for something better, something good. And what I've learned in all my journeys, Angela, is that hope is one of the first things we lose during such moments of life catastrophe, sudden loss of life, whether that's loss of life and death or loss of life that you knew. People don't realize things like divorce. Divorce is worse than death, because with something like divorce, the people are still alive. It's like, how do you grieve the loss of life that's still alive and living a life without you that you once shared for so many, many years of your life with? I'm really struggling here, Angela. I'm not saying I'm getting divorced. That's not what this little conversation is about here. I'm free-flowing right now, Angela. I'm speaking freely, letting my soul just connect to my mind and speak. I'm in awe that I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. I can't tell you the last time I was at a cemetery. It's been so long. And yet, I am down today. Yes, I'm down. I'm not down in the dumps, but I'm down. And I found myself smiling on the car ride over here, because it's not about who goes to a cemetery to find peace. It's that I know where to go to find peace. Andy's just laying behind me. He's so good. He's just chilling. He's just chilling. So let me go ahead and see what we've got here. For me to say to you, Angela, I'm so sorry. Well, what am I sorry for? You were stillborn in 1974. I never knew you. And yet, somebody must have been sad to have had to born you without life. Well, this looks much better. I'm not even going to do a trench here today. Today, just coming back to the cemetery, usually I would go ahead and dig a trench here, but I really just, well, first of all, I don't like the word just either. That's not just that I came here to clean a headstone, but I needed a brief moment with quiet souls. And so I thank you, Angela. I'm going to do one quick final little scrubbing here. Final rinsing. I do have some pretty flowers to put on your beautiful little headstone. Look at this little angel here. I can't tell if that's a lamb. It probably is. Usually is lambs on babies' headstones. Precious, precious baby girl. Thank you for your life. And thank you for having me be able to, once I finish here and clean up and walk away, be able to feel like I did something beautiful today. What I do with all of my cemetery headstone cleanings is I take a before picture and an after picture, and I upload them to the worldwide app called Find a Grave. I date it, initial it, and it's important to make sure that when I go to find a grave, you're in there. If you're not in there, what happens then is I will add you, and then Find a Grave approves it, and no life should be forgotten. I know that you did reach out to me today. You did leave me here to your beautiful little headstone. And that's not a lamb that's next to this little angel here. It's a little doll. It's a little doll. It says, I pray thee, Lord, my soul to keep. Oh, precious. I know I could do a much better job. And yet again, when you're cleaning headstones, it's not about perfection. It's about spending time with another source of life that does exist beyond this realm of earthly life. Little Angela. Oh. Well, this is rather hard. I hear some chickens next door, huh? All right, my little new angel friend. Angela Leigh Morgan, August 8th, 1974, stillborn. I pray thee, Lord, my soul to keep. Thank you for your life, Angela. Thank you for sharing in this time with me and Andy. Good boy, Andy, good boy. Do you have any words to say to Angela? I do feel much better.